President Trump does not need the black vote, period. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Marquita Show podcast, the podcast where I talk about everything from politics to pop culture and everything in between. If you have not already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for post notifications so you get notified every single time I post. Now, welcome to all of my new subscribers. It is wonderful to have you. The family is growing so wonderfully, and I am loving it. So you guys are wonderful. I see your comments. I try to either comment or like some of your comments, and if I don't, just believe that I read the majority of you. And I thank you so much for wanting to be a part of this channel and just subscribing to me. And if you don't know, if you would like to support the channel, it is no obligation. There will be links in the description box to support, and I appreciate that as well. But now on to the video. This video is going to be to educate people, not just black people, just people in general, because I see a lot of people saying President Trump hasn't did anything for black people. And the first thing they like to yell out is that the only thing he talks about is black unemployment. What else has he done? What else has he done? Let's be real. He's actually done quite a bit. So I'm going to take this video to educate all of my wonderful people on what President Trump has done for black people and just America in general. Okay, black unemployment is low. What else did he do? There's this thing called opportunity zones. If you've never been to a hood or a black community, you know that a lot of times that there's no industry there, there's no jobs there. It's just really devastating to look at a town or a part of town that is majority, minorities or black people, and there's no industry. That means there's no job, there's poverty, there's crime. So what he did was he created opportunity zones throughout the U.S. Now, an opportunity zone is designed to bring in industry to an underserved community. And when you do that, you create jobs, you create wealth, you create a community. So companies can come in, start a business, get breaks because they're doing so in an underserved area. And so creating opportunity zones really helps us as a black community, but they won't tell you that. Now, he also signed the Future Act, which I think a lot of people have heard of by now. If not, I don't know what you've been doing. But the Future Act permanently funded HBCUs for the next 10 years. Every year, historically black colleges were having to go to the federal government to ask for money every year. That can be a daunting task, and that can hinder the advancement of that college. So what President Trump did is he gave them funding for the next 10 years. So they don't have to do that. A lot of our HBCUs, if you're not familiar, have been struggling. Here in Georgia, we have several. We have Clark Atlanta, we have Morris Brown, and we have Morehouse and Spelman, and they seem to be doing quite well. I think Morris Brown struggled a little bit, but our HBCUs have been closing around the country. But with that funding, they're able to keep their doors open for a little bit longer. He also signed the First Step Act. Now, the First Step Act takes the Second Chance Act a little bit further, meaning it applied to people that were already in jail, not people that were gonna go to jail, which was a huge thing, being that we all know that under the Clinton administration, and the bill specifically wrote by Joe Biden, 3 strikes, has locked up several hundreds, thousands of black men on nonviolent charges, and they're spending life in prison for a nonviolent offense. And that was under Mr. Joe Biden, his 94 crime bill that he was just so proud of. And under Trump, the First Step Act allowed those people to be free, to get out, to enroll in programs, and just really be integrated back into society. I think our judicial system, our legal system, and our prison system all need to be reformed. I think it is very outdated. It doesn't promote reform. It really just promotes recidivism because people just end up going back. Now, the biggest one that I think is not talked about, and that's the fact that he defunded Planned Parenthood. If you've ever looked at statistics for Planned Parenthood, they majority affect Black people. We are the ones that gain from most of their abortion services. They have literally killed so many Black lives. More Black lives than police. So where are the protesting from the Planned Parenthood? You are the biggest killer of Black life. So where are their protests? They are set up in minority areas. Where are the protests? But under President Trump, he defunded them. And the strange thing is he was not trying to. He told them that they would not be able to perform abortions with federal money. They were upset. They said they offered other services that would help women, but you refused to take money because it was not going to allow you to be able to do abortions, which I find strange. Why not use preventative measures? Why not use that money to invest in some educational program to prevent having to do an abortion? So I just find it quite odd that no one's talking about the fact that they refused money because they didn't want to do abortions. Things that make you go, So yeah. So when I tell my lovely people, my Black people, my community, all of these things that President Trump has done for us, not saying that, it's a complex, and I'm not even a Trump supporter. That's the weird thing. I just look at things for what they are. He did that. It benefited the Black community. Thank you. Because no one else thought enough of the Black community to even bat an eye. Not even our so-called ally, President Obama, did nothing to help us or to even try to elevate us in this country because we are playing catch up. Now, the thing about white supremacy and all of that, that's for another video. But we are playing catch up. I think we have a level playing field now, but we're still playing catch up. But when I tell people that President Trump has done all these things that impact and help Black people, the first thing that comes out of their mouth, he's just doing it for the vote. He's just doing it for our vote. Okay, so he's a racist, right? Black people say he's a racist, right? What racist do you know that would help the people that they hate just for a vote? Very few. Very few. So, the excuse Black people use, well, he's just trying to get the vote. Here's the thing. He doesn't need the Black vote. President Trump does not need the Black vote. You know why? He has enough support elsewhere. Black people are only 13% of the U.S. population. He does not need our vote. But the Democrats need our vote. The Democrats pander to our vote. They need our vote. President Trump does not need our vote. And here's a little statistic. Hillary Clinton got 89% of the Black vote. President Trump got 8 and still won. That lets you know right there. He does not need our vote. So stop with he's pandering. No, he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to pander to Black people like Democrats. So get over it. I think Black people, you should be somewhat thankful. This is not a God complex. This is not a white savior complex. This is somebody that has actually paid attention to our community, because we stay out here marching and begging, and then somebody comes along and actually does something, enact policies that actually benefit us, and we still cry. We call him a racist. We turn our eye. We don't even see. We have blinders on because these freaking liberals have told you how to think. It's ridiculous, guys. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share. Also, if you want to support monetarily, links in the description box. As always, guys, you know I love you. One vibe, one tribe. Deuces.